Hey there, we're back with Coffee on the Porch with my dog Olaf. And today I want to talk to you about a very common saying that I hear a lot of times when people are trying to do big things or make big career shifts. And they're trying to talk to the people in their life about the things that they're planning to do or the things that they want to do. And the saying is, that's impossible. It's impossible. You can't do that. Often when we share our big dreams, our big hopes, and our big ideas with those around us, especially those who love and care for us, and in my experience, it happens most commonly with the people who are closest to us. And, sometimes it's conscious and sometimes it's unconscious that they're doing it. It just may be how they navigate the world themselves. It may be how they view the world for themselves, that lots of things are impossible for them. And it may be, that they're worried about your safety or the fact that it might disrupt the status quo of your shared life or their life. There are a lot of reasons why people will say it's impossible or will deem things impossible. And at least in my life, it's something I have heard over and over and over. And there is definitely a theme of people not believing in my dreams or ideas. And for a very long time, I took that personally. And there was a point in my life where I thought other people's opinions about what was possible and what wasn't was more accurate than what I saw. What I've learned over the last 50 years is that I just have a different view of life. And the same is true for you. You have a different lens that you're looking at life through than the people around you, than the people close to you. So when you hear that's impossible, just think about the fact that we heard for years that women couldn't run marathons, that people couldn't break the 4-minute mile, that we couldn't land on the moon. There have been all of these things that were deemed impossible that some years later turns out is totally possible, that are now very standard practice for us. So the first thing I want you to do is to be very careful about who you share your dreams with, especially your baby dreams. And a baby dream is one that isn't really fully sussed out yet. It doesn't have a tactical plan. It doesn't have any logistics figured out. You're just in the dreaming phase. Martha Beck calls this the dreaming and scheming stage. And I think it's a really good term for it. It's the stage where you think, what if this could happen? What if this was possible? What would that look like? I wonder what my life would be like. I wonder. That is a dreaming and scheming stage. And even when you get to a full idea of like, ooh, this would be cool, that's still in that dreaming and scheming stage. And the dreaming stage is very much a part of the planning process. You have to have the idea whether you're ever going to realize it or not. Those ideas are the beginning of a planning process. You're not going to just wake up one day with a fully penciled out plan that you just start executing. That's not how that works. It takes some time. And in the beginning, those dreams are a really fun stage. So I want you to enjoy that stage, but be careful who you share it with. Now, it's true that some people get stuck there. Some people get stuck in the idea phase or the dreaming stage. And sometimes when people get stuck there too many times, that's when they get it reinforced that it's not possible. So maybe the people that you're talking to that say it's impossible have tried things and had it not work out, or they had some cool ideas that they didn't know how to make happen. So they've come to the conclusion that dreams aren't possible. But what's really happening is they're not taking the next step into the logistics. Because dreams plus logistics equal reality in my world. That's how we bring things to life. Dreams without logistics are just dreams. And it's totally fine to just have dreams that never come to life. I certainly have dreams that are just dreams because even though I think the end goal would be great, I don't want to do the work to make it happen. For example, wouldn't it be cool for me to be in the NBA? Yeah, but I'm 5'4", so I'm not a very tall person. So it would be a 1 in a million chance for it to happen. And that would be really cool, but I don't want to work on it. I'm not that interested in basketball. It would be awesome to say that I pulled it off, but I have no interest in doing the work or taking that big of a risk. And at the end of my life, if I don't accomplish that goal, I will not care one way or another. It will be immaterial. But there are lots of other things that I do care about that feel equally impossible at the moment, but are actually realistic. And I bet you do too. It's the dreams that we think are great and would be fun and we want to work on. Those are the things that you can actually bring to life. And in our context, specifically with your career. I know that you have career dreams and career goals that other people think are impossible, but are absolutely realistic. So here's the response to the people in your life who say it's impossible. And if one of those people in your life who's saying it's impossible is you, this counter is something you can use with yourself as well. Ask the question, is it impossible or is it hard? I'm going to say that again. Ask the question, is it impossible or is it hard? And I mean, is it technically possible or is it just difficult or improbable or unlikely? Many times in my experience, when people say our dream is impossible, they mean it's going to be very difficult. It's logistically challenging or it's very expensive. Maybe it's unlikely, but that's a very different case than it's impossible. I can't move to Pluto tomorrow. That's impossible, but I can move across the country. Is it difficult? Yes. But can I pull it off? Also, yes. If I put in enough time and effort into figuring out the logistics, I could absolutely pull that off. That's completely realistic. And so could you. So even if your career plans involve moving or changing industries, realize those things aren't impossible. They can be challenging. They can be difficult. They can upset a family dynamic. But the difference between unlikely and impossible is huge. As long as it's not technically impossible, it's something that you can potentially pull off. And if you're passionate about it, if you love it, if you're really interested in it, it may be worth pursuing even if you don't finish it, because it will likely lead you to the next step of where you want to be going in your life. So that's my tip for when people say it's impossible. Don't get upset if you can. Maybe practice taking a breath and not getting mad at those people. It's a really common state of mind. So if you can, have some compassion and start asking them more questions. Things like, why do you say that? Ask them, is it really impossible or is it expensive or challenging or unlikely? Or is it something they wouldn't want to do with their time? Those sorts of questions. And you can actually have a much deeper conversation about their concerns and their fears, or you can learn about their perspective on life. And that might actually help you bring your plan to life. So I hope that helps.